Virus.
Hello friends, Namaste, Sastakal, Assalamu alaikum and Jai Shri. It's your friend Rajat back again with yet another informative video that's presented by the Professor Elias. So today we'll be covering the topic about defensive play styles. So previously we already have covered two playstyles, that is the forward playstyle as well as the wingers playstyle. Which forward you should choose as per your formation and everything, which wingers you should choose as per your formations and everything. We have already covered that, and in this video we'll be covering for defense. So first we'll be starting with the fullbacks. So fullbacks means left back and right back. So we'll be covering this first, and in this category we have three play styles. One is defensive fullback, another one is offensive fullback, and the third one is fullback finisher. So first we'll be starting with the defensive fullback, my favorite. I always prefer this play style. And talking about this is generally for the left back and right back, and these fullbacks are the solid fullback who prefers to stay back and stick for the defensive duties. They don't go for the attacks and everything. And the second point that we have is they don't move up and down. They don't move up and down. They don't go for the attacks. They don't move up much like the offensive fullbacks, or like the offensive or the fullback finishers. And they also tends to fill the gap in between the defense and get central when the CB pushes forward. When we have other playstyle center backs like extra front man, or when the center back goes for the heading purpose, then this right back occupies the role of that center back and helps in and comes centrally and helps in the defensive duty of your team. So the very important attributes of this playstyle players are stamina, ball winning, then you have defensive awareness and aggression. These four are very important aspects when the player has this playstyle in him. If he is of this playstyle, then these all attributes are very important for the players. Some examples of best defensive fullback right backs are Aspilicueta, Pavard. These all are right backs, Van Bissaka, and there is only one of defensive fullback in left back position, that is Lucas Hernandez. He is the only best. There are many, but they are silver or some are bronze, but this is the only gold ball and the highest rated defensive fullback in game. So if you want any left back defensive fullback, go for Lucas Hernandez. They are compatible with any 4 defender formation like 4-3-2-1 and 4-2-2-2-2. Now coming to the second category of our fullbacks, we have offensive fullback, which is also for left back and right back position, and these fullbacks are attack minded fullback who will run upfield. They will just make runs upfield and join the attack when preferred with a chance. Whenever there is a chances available, then these fullbacks will go make upward runs and will join the attack to help in building the attack or help in creating more chances. They are very attacking mindset. And then the second point for this is they send in crosses into the box. So they are very lethal because they send in crosses with the box. So whenever you are playing with offensive fullback, this is a bonus tip. Just use the player in the center forward who can just head the ball. Like generally, if you have watched our which center forwards to use, you can just go through it, like which center forward are very good header takers. I won't mention in this video. If you want to know about it, then just go to that video. And if your offensive fullback has a very good pinpoint crossing skill with him, then that will be an absolutely good thing, because this makes those wide runs and helps in, like, gets in space to put in those crosses. So if these players have pinpoint crossing skills, then it will be a plus point for them. Also, they provide width to the attack and combine well with wide players like cross specialist, roaming flank players. So they also provide width to the attack. Whenever your opponent is playing with the diamond formation, so offensive fullback is very effective in that, because they just provide a lot of width, because those formations stay impact in the center. This provides width and can exploit your opponent, and they will just go wide and just create the space that there is in the wide area, and they combine absolutely well with the cross specialist and the roaming flank type of players, especially the offensive fullback. So always remember, when you are having offensive fullback, this is also a bonus tip, try to use wingers having good roaming flank play style. So you can do that. So now talking about the third point, this fullbacks needs to track back. So they are very attack mindset, so they make a lot of runs like forward. So they have this, we can take it as a disadvantage. They have to track back as soon as the team loses the position. So whenever you are attacking, that's fair and fine, but while defending, you need some people back. So what happens is, when you have offensive fullbacks, that time if the opposition are using wing play, then they can literally exploit your things. So what happens is, so for that reason, stamina, pace, ball winning, defensive awareness, and lofted pass, these are important attributes, because they need to fall back as well. So they need a huge stamina, they need pace, they need ball winning abilities, they need defensive awareness for this ability. So the absolutely good examples of this play style would be Jordi Alba and Andy Robertson in the left back position. You can also go for Roberto Carlos, you can also go for Irwin, who is very a different type of player, Irwin, and you have Carvajal as well as Arnold in the right back positions, who are absolutely monsters in this. And it can be used in any 4 defender formation. Again, I'll be giving you the preference, like when to use and which fullback you should use. So now moving on to the third category. The third category is known as fullback finisher. This playstyle is also implied for the left back and right back. So these type of fullbacks enjoys to join the attack in the central areas, not the wide areas. The offensive fullback enjoys joining in the wide areas. This enjoys in the central areas and always have an eye for a goal. They always want to score goals. So they are very good with the scoring ability as well. So they are almost similar to the fullbacks as per the movement and everything on the field. But the difference is they move inside and the offensive fullback moves wide for the cross, and these move inside for scoring. So this is the only difference. Defensively also, they are not good as defensive fullbacks. Defensively they are very they can't be matched as defensive fullback, and generally stays up while attacking, up for attacking chances, like creating more attacking chances, scoring goals. So they must have a lot of stamina, pace, dribbling, ball control, offensive awareness, tight position. These all are important attributes for this type of players. But always keep in mind that they are not well with defending. So if you are a huge attack minded, just go for them. Some examples of fullback finishers are Marcelo, Cancelo, and then you have Hakimi, one of the best. And majority, I'll be suggesting they can be used in any 4 defenders formation, but I'll suggest you to use this type of players in the 5 defender thing, where you can use one fullback finisher, which can help you, that will help you to provide more attacking options to your attack side. Like you can use one side fullback finisher and one side as a defensive fullback, so it will be 4 in the back for you. So this can be done, and also it can be used as an LMF and RMF in 4-4-2 formation. LMF and RMF, because they will help you in that attack, and they will not go that much up, and they will provide that they will go up, but they don't have to fall that much down, because you will having 4 defenders along with them in the LMF and RMF role. Also in the 3 in the back also you can use them, but not as a defender, as a left midfielder and right midfielder. Fullback finishers can be used. With this, we come to an end with the fullback play styles, that is the left back and right back play styles. Now coming to the next position play style. Now we'll be covering only center back. So the play style that center back generally has, first one is the build up, what we'll be discussing, and then we'll discussing the destroyer, and the final will be discussing the extra front man. So let's start with the build-up. So a build-up is a player who likes to drop back in order to receive the balls and trigger attacks from deep. So these players will drop back in order to receive the ball. Whenever they are defending, they'll go down in order to get the ball, and they will, from deep itself, they will help you to trigger the attack, start the attack from the back itself. These players helps in building the play from the back. So if you are position mindset, if you are like want to like string the passes, counter the passes and go to it, these players are very useful for it. They can play good forward passes to midfielders or fullbacks. So they have a very good ability of playing those loft passes, low lofted passes, as well as long passes to the midfielders or fullbacks, as well as to the wingers. Attributes that are very much important for these type of players are defensive awareness, ball winning, aggression, physical contact, low and lofted pass, because these are the players that will create the attack. So with the passing only you can create attack, start the attack with the passing. So some examples are Virgil van Dijk, the best, Varane, Beckenbauer, Maldini, Delic. These all are absolutely gem of build-up defenders in game. So you can completely use them. So now the next play style that we'll be discussing for the center back role is the destroyer. So destroyer can play in a center back role as well as a defensive midfielder as well as a center midfielder role. You can play them at anywhere. I'll not be explaining you regarding the midfielder thing. First I'll be, because this is a center back video, we'll be explaining about it. Next video when we'll be doing for midfielder, we'll be explaining it for midfielder as well, this destroyer playstyle, because this is a very crucial playstyle and it is very effective for in both center back as well as defensive midfielder as well as center midfielder. So these type of players battles and keeps opposition's attacks at bay through hard tackling and pressing. Like they are like a warrior. They are warrior type of players who just gives the hard tackle, like they hard tackle and a lot of pressing. So they don't allow the oppositions to react or recover. If your opposition is too much, like makes too much time in order to make the passes, then this type of players can literally cut the things, because they don't give you the opposition that time to think that much and make those passes and all. And these players helps a lot in winning the ball in the defense. These all type of players will just go on with the tackle, just go for the tackle, win the balls and give you back. And they can play anywhere. As I said earlier, they can play anywhere in central defense as well as a defensive midfielder. So what are the special attributes for them are physical contact, ball winning, aggression, defensive awareness. These all are very important attributes for this player. So some of the absolutely sublime players in this list will be Puyol, and the new iconic that will be added very soon is Alder from Roma, I guess. Yeah. Then you have Campbell, Koulibaly, Thiago Silva, Sule, Ruben Dias. These all are absolutely killing destroyer players that you need to have in your squad. Now talking about the third and the final play style in this center back and in the defenders category would be extra front man. So these type of defenders are like, they like to join the attack whenever there is like opportunity at the opposition's goal. Like whenever there is opportunity, they like to jump in and go for that goal, extra goal, like go for the attack. And they like to come forward and try to score from set pieces. Whenever there is free kicks and corners, they like to go for those chances, pounce on those chances, go for the heading thing. So whenever, if you're using extra frontmen, don't forget them to just go for that heading abilities, go for that pressing heading abilities, because they will be having that +1 in that aspect. And again, there is a negativity in that also, because when they go for those headers, then you need to have players to cover them, because opposition, if you do some mistakes or you lose the ball, then oppositions can launch a quick counter and you'll be caught. So what all special attributes that are important attributes that are required for this type of play style is defensive awareness, ball winning, aggression, physical contact, heading and jump. So these are very important for this type of play style center backs. And some of the absolutely beast center backs for this role is, as I said, Real Madrid and Barcelona, Ramos and Piqué, and you have Chiellini from Juventus as well. So what I feel that this would be absolutely good if you use them in 3 center back. You can use them in 4 center back. It's not that you can't use them in 4 center back. I'll be telling you now. as a bonus tip. So you can use them in the best will be when you use them in 3 center back, and 1 should be an extra front man. So that's the pretty much of what all the playstyles that we could cover in the defense position for the center back, left back and right back, because these all are the only playstyles available for them. The bonus tip would be, like, as per my experience, this would be my experience, whatever things I have tried to do, like which center back to use with which left back or right back. I could have told you regarding the midfielder also, but midfielder we have not discussed. So whenever you are using an offensive or a fullback finisher or you need to have a destroyer in your center back. You need to have a destroyer in your center back. You need to have, because they both will go up. So destroyer are those type of players that will stay back majority of the time. So you need to have a destroyer, and you need to have a build-up. Build-up is must in the center back, because they will help you in like making the attack, like building the attack. Start the thing with the attack. Destroyer, this build-up is much very essential. So along with build-up, you can have destroyer, but when you are using offensive fullback or fullback finishers as your left back and right back. And if you are using defensive fullback, then you can go for either destroyer or a build-up, or you can go for build-up and extra front man also, because the 2 will be staying back. The 2 fullbacks will be staying back. So you will be having people for defense as well. It's not like you will completely defend against every team, because you need to score goals in order to win, but defending can win you titles. So just remember that. And regarding extra frontman, again, as I said, that they will be much preferred in 3 in the back, where you can use them as a center back in that role, along with a destroyer or a build up, any of them, or any combo of that. So these all are the like combinations that you can use. It can help you. It has helped me a lot. It has helped me a lot defensively. What I do is I use generally defensive fullback in both the sides, and I use a destroyer and a build up. And sometimes I also use extra frontman, but that's very rare, in place of a build up. So this will be it from my side. I hope you understood each and everything. I hope I could explain you and give you enough knowledge that will help you to bolster your gameplay and kick the asses of your opponents. So I hope it will help you a lot. So thanks a lot everyone for tuning in. If you found our video to be informative, please hit thumbs up and subscribe the channel if you haven't yet subscribed the channel. And yeah, if you found it to be informative, do share the video also. And if you have any doubts and queries, feel free to DM me on channel Instagram. And if you have any personal doubts, कोई भी girlfriend or का लफड़ा है या फिर कुछ है, or you want to share something with me, then you can just DM me on my personal Instagram also. And game related thing, try to DM me on channel Instagram. And any issues regarding this video, just feel free to comment. We'll try our best to reply to each and every one of you, as well as you can like connect us on Instagram as well. That's it guys from my side. I hope you found the video to be informative. That's it. Bye bye. Rajat, the Lies Professor, takes out. Peace out.